I get it. You are tired of the old rules of work. You are asked to wear a mask from 9 to 5 in exchange for a salary and comply with the system that feels like it's breaking. Companies are only loyal to their interests. There is a mismatch between corporate culture and what you're looking for. You want more than just a paycheck. You want a career that allows you to have a meaningful impact, feels balanced and authentic. This is a call to rebellion. If the world of work is going to change for the better, we need you to engage with the system, not as a quiet quitter, but as a strategic rebel. To add to the challenge, the adoption of AI promises to automate many of the tasks typically associated with entry-level positions, forcing workers at all levels to catch up to the use of new technology and focus on human work to remain relevant. I've spent the past 30 years fighting for authenticity in the workplace. Today, I'm sharing the playbook. I will tell you how to become a strategic rebel, the hero who understands generational changes, the effects of technology, and masters the system to change it from the inside out. Later, I'll share a personal story of meeting the CTO of Apple, my Jedi Master, and discuss the importance of connecting with mentors. Let's dive in. Welcome to AI Skill Pivot, a CareerZCast series preparing you for the adoption of AI in the workplace. The Work Hero's Journey. In the hero's journey, our protagonist, you, the Gen Z knowledge worker, lives in the ordinary world. Employers promise collaboration and innovation, but what you get is a rigid hierarchy where your voice and influence is tied to your title. It makes us feel like small cogs in a big meaningless machine. But then something happens. With the broad adoption of AI, we are starting to realize that the repetitive information work that we are asked to do before can be automated with technology. That creates a threat and a call for adventure. How are you going to respond? Do you take the challenge and cross the threshold into the unknown? Or do you decline the challenge, disengage, and let technology gradually make you irrelevant? Quiet quitting is the refusal of the call. This is where many get stuck. You stay in the job for the paycheck and watch technology gradually replacing the need for your work. You stop trying to fix what's broken because the system feels too big and too cold to care. Deep inside, you know this is a dead end. That's not a choice for safety. It's a slow motion exit. Do you want to rebel? You should, and I'll tell you how. Cross the threshold and accept the challenge. In this journey, you take the role of the strategic rebel. You are not complaining, you are not protesting. You are on the path to master the system. Like Luke Skywalker meeting Ben Kenobi, you will receive guidance from wise mentors. You use your magic sword, the technology with the power to change what we do and how we do work. You learn why we do work. You use AI to get work done faster, better, and delivering more value. You master the system and transform how work gets done. AI isn't the enemy. It is the weapon the hero uses to slay the grunt work dragon. The strategic rebel is the hero who does not leave the system. They master it to change it from the inside out. So let's move on to give you the playbook with actionable advice to take that journey. The pivot. Be the strategic rebel. The hero's journey is a cycle of transformation. For Gen Z facing the AI revolution, this isn't just a story, it is a career map. To perform the AI skill pivot and become the strategic rebel, you must follow the rebel's playbook. The first step is to become indispensable. You cannot change a process you do not understand, and you can't be heard if you're whispering in the corner. To rebel strategically, you must first become indispensable. Gain domain knowledge by doing the work and curating a set of experienced mentors. You will understand how they think, Learn and be inspired by the stories from previous transformations. They will provide guidance and launch you into the hero's journey. AI will be the most impactful technology over the next decade and will not only change what and how we do work, but will become an extension of our minds and change how we think and operate. You are part of the AI native generation and can use it to become the most efficient person in the company. That's how you deliver value, earn the reputation, and climb the value stack. The second step in the journey is to master the system. Invest in developing leadership skills, strategic thinking, personal branding, effective communications. Check for CareerZCast's videos on these and other related topics. Be an early rebel, challenging the status quo and proposing new ways of doing things. Everyone else is busy following the what and the how, which will eventually be automated. You use technology first and free your time to find the why, things that only humans can do. Look for the strategic dead ends with holistic thinking as we discussed in episode 4. Start with low-hanging fruit and learn to apply technology to make things better. Use your values as a North Star and the learnings of your journey as levers to change the world. Marcio's career insight. When I was coming up in my career in Brazil and moved to California, I saw rebels who were all talk and no action. They were dismissed. I saw quitters who passively complied. They stagnated and were left behind. I learned that my ideas for change were only listened to after I engaged in the existing system and had demonstrated competence and delivered results. Don't dismiss the people who came before you. They fought their own battles and have valuable lessons to offer. You are not fighting against them. You are using their experience to change the system itself. When I was transitioning from middle manager to step up and lead the organization, I wrote and sent a cold email to technology leaders of the largest companies in Silicon Valley. I was an engineer who knew how to code, but didn't yet know how to lead. To my surprise, Avi Tevanian, the CTO working with Steve Jobs at Apple, replied and offered to meet for breakfast. We met only once, and he told me things I was not ready to fully understand. But his insights changed the course of my career. He was my Jedi Master, and you'll find yours. I have recorded a video on mentorship with the details of that story in the CareerZCast channel. In my journey, I changed how software development is done by helping to establish the open source software development model. I was an early Linux kernel developer and took a leading role defining how internet data centers are built and managed. I led small and large teams, including the organization responsible for technology in Google's consumer product operations. Conclusion and call to action. The world doesn't need more people hiding in the shadows of quiet quitting. It needs strategic rebels, people like you who are brave enough to bring their full authentic selves to the table and smart enough to use AI as a force multiplier. The hero's journey isn't about escaping the system. It is about mastering the tools of the future to build a workplace that's actually human. I want to hear from you. Comment below. Are you taking the call to adventure? What's your first step? I read every comment and I want to see your magic sword in action. If this spoke to you, join our rebellion. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This isn't just a channel, it is your training ground for the inspiration economy. In our next episode, we are taking the rebellion to the next level. We are looking at entrepreneurship, not only as a business move, but as the ultimate way to rewrite the rules of work from scratch. I am Marcio, and this is AI Skill Pivot, and I see you in the next episode.